Hello, Kyle. My name is Alicia, and I got married about 6 months ago, but something shocking and frightening happened to me. My mother-in-law tried to poison me when we went to visit her this summer. Even I don't understand why she would have considered it or tried to do it. Nobody needed a magnifying glass to see that Margaret, my mother-in-law, disliked me from the beginning and never wanted me to get married to her son. I understood her dislike because who would be happy if their own housekeeper started dating their son and eventually married him? I accepted Margaret's treatment with good faith since I loved her son Joel dearly and didn't want to jeopardize our relationship because of his mother. Joel loves me and always went out of his way to show it, including defying his mom and marrying me. Margaret had always wanted Joel to marry her best friend's daughter, Susan, and seized every opportunity to make that clear to him. When Margaret found out about Joel and me, she was furious and opposed our relationship. She fired me as the housekeeper and kicked me out of her house. But Joel stood by me. He got me an apartment, helped me start my dropshipping business, and moved in with me. We were happy together. She pleaded with Joel to come back home, promising she would accept his choice and be okay with me. I was relieved, but I couldn't shake the doubt in my mind. Things were relatively peaceful until we were about to get married. When Joel told her we planned to start our own life in a different city instead of living with her, she was unhappy and protested. I knew Joel made that decision for me because he was aware of how uncomfortable I still felt around his mother. Despite her objections, Joel didn't change his mind, and she had no choice but to accept it. After 6 months of bliss and happiness in our new life together, Margaret called, accusing me of keeping her son from visiting her. She insisted we spend time with her this summer, and I reluctantly agreed. I wasn't thrilled about it, but I didn't want to come between them, so I convinced Joel that we should visit his mom this summer. A week after the call, we arrived at Margaret's house, and she was being unusually nice to me. I was happy, thinking she had finally decided to accept me as her daughter-in-law. Unfortunately, she had other plans. The next day, just before lunch, I decided to cook something for the three of us. As I approached the kitchen, I saw Margaret inside, pouring lemonade into 3 glasses. Something about it seemed off. She was carefully adding a substance to one of the glasses before tossing the wrapper into the trash. Once I was sure she had gone to look for my husband and me, I hurried into the kitchen to check the wrapper. It had an odd smell, and my mind raced with suspicion. I quickly put the wrapper in a Ziploc bag and hid it in my suitcase. After, I joined Margaret and my husband on the patio, where she offered me a glass of lemonade. I took the glass with a smile, and when she was distracted, I secretly tossed the drink and pretended I had consumed it. My husband noticed I was becoming uneasy at his mother's house and later asked me privately if I was okay. I told him I felt nauseous and might be coming down with the flu. I convinced him that we should leave his mother's home that evening, and we returned to our place. I never told him about the wrapper or what I'd seen his mother doing. The next day, I took the wrapper to a lab for testing and discovered it was poison. My mother-in-law had actually tried to poison me. I'm terrified. I never imagined she could be so evil or go to such lengths to get rid of me. I really don't know what to do. I'm unsure whether to tell Joel because I doubt he would believe me. I know he loves his mother and can't imagine her being capable of something so cruel. I'm afraid he might accuse me of lying or trying to frame his mom. Any advice would be greatly appreciated.